it's Alessandra, and today I wanted to do a super highly requested video for you guys. If you don't know, I'm an Instagram influencer. I started almost exactly a year ago. It was like November of last year. I decided I want to be an Instagram influencer, and now I have over 30,000 followers. But so now with being a bikini model, I actually recently signed with Bikini LA, so this is one of their bathing suits, and I get sent, free stuff almost every single day. And I have a lot of people ask, like, how did you do it? How did you build your following? So I've made a lot of videos on that in the past, but today I just want to make a general video for anyone who is taking pictures for their Instagram, pictures at the beach with your friends, pictures at a pool, for how to pose for bikini pictures from bikini model herself. So I'm just going to be showing you guys some of my tips and tricks to be able to take the best possible pictures that you can to be posting on your Instagrams. And make sure that you guys watch to the end, because I'm going to show you my absolute #1 editing tip that I actually just recently learned on how I take pictures from this to this. So important to make your pictures just have that extra little something to make it look like it's a super well taken picture. But to start, I'm going to begin with how to pose for bikini pictures. So my first and #1 tip that I have for you guys is to find a really good background. Now, I like to go around to a lot of different community pools or apartment complexes to be able to switch up the background, and each time that you go somewhere, you want to be looking for spots that don't show everywhere where you are, but more specifically show like a little spot that makes it look like you're somewhere that other people would want to go or that aren't able to go. Essentially, you want to create this kind of like idea that you're going to these really cool places. So for example, I posted a picture the other day with super tropical stuff in the background. Here it is right here. I was actually just at some like gardens in Tampa, and I was like, hey, this is a great spot for pictures, so I took one. I would definitely recommend doing that because beaches, obviously, all the spots look great, so if you have a beach near you, you're lucky, and I would recommend going there. But if you're in an apartment complex or a community, make sure that you are finding somewhere that is really nice and doesn't just show like, all the doors to the apartments, the bathrooms, stuff like that. You want it to look like you're somewhere really pretty. You also want the focus of the picture to be on you, so you don't want a ton of stuff in the background. Very simplistic backgrounds are something I would highly recommend. I love having very neutral colors in the background, so either like, grays or whites, but then also greens and blues to make it more tropical looking. So next up is how you take your pictures. I always use my iPhone, but I've recently started using this DSLR that I film on, so you don't really need a camera. I've always used iPhone before this, but it's really important that you have a great cameraman. My boyfriend and my roommate take my pictures all the time, and they are both amazing at it, so does my best friend, and those are definitely people that you want to have taking your pictures because you need a lot of patience for bikini pictures because you have to be able to pose and look good, and they need to be able to help you out. Now, one thing that I super recommend for pictures is that the camera lens is focused and centered at the focal point of your picture. So for example, if I take a picture of my butt, then I need the camera to be at the angle of my butt. So Kyle, we're gonna give a little demonstration. A lot of times I like to take a picture from a down angle. So if I would take a picture like this, then Kyle moves down, and then I just kind of move around, pose a bit, and eventually find one that looks good. So you want a lot of different angles, a lot of different pictures. You definitely want to be able to choose through pictures because having too many pictures is not as bad as a problem of having too little. So many times have I been like, this picture's amazing, I wish I would have took it again when I wasn't blinking. So after you found your background, you found your cameraman, make sure you find a bikini that you like. I love just using any kind of bikini. And if you want to be using new bikinis all the time, but you don't really want to be spending money on them, I actually have a video on where to find cheap bikinis, which I will have here and linked in the description down below. So go ahead and check that out. I'm telling you bikinis for under $5. That is what we like to see. So next up, we're going to get to it. I'm going to show you how to do a couple of different poses for bikini pictures that look super good. Okay guys, so right here is a spot that I've actually taken a lot of Instagram pictures. I'll have some posted right here for you guys to see. So essentially, I'm just going to literally be recording what the cameraman will be taking pictures of and how I'll be moving around so that you can see a bunch of different poses that I would use. Ready? So this is exactly how I would pose when I'm taking a lot of Instagram pictures. I like using this arm to cover up my ribs because I have like very pronounced ribs. And then another super big tip is that if you're taking a picture like this, turn your leg in and it makes your butt look a ton bigger. See, from this to this. I would also recommend not sticking out your butt way too much because then you get a back roll right here. So I always make sure that I'm like elongating myself a little bit, but then turning my leg in. Now, if you're doing pictures from the front, personally I don't do these very often because I do not have hips, but people that do, pictures from the front always look super amazing if you're to cross your legs and pull up your bikini. or if you were to do a nice little thing where you push your boobs together, but then here's the secret, you use this hand to push this one in, and then lean it on this, and cover it up. As you can see, I just went from a B to a D. Now another super big tip that I have for you guys is sucking in your stomach. I know everyone does it for bikini pictures, but I have found a right way and a wrong way to do it. So here's me normally. If I suck in my stomach, my ribs come out, and that looks very bad. But if I'm just sucking my stomach and flex at the same time, then my ribs don't come out, and I still look skinnier. So definitely sucking in and flexing your ribs at the same time is something that I very, very much recommend to everyone taking pictures. So next up, I've taken a lot of pictures here as well with this chair. I'm gonna show you how I did those. Sitting down pics are super great. I always, once again, like to take them from a slightly more like fuck-facing angle, because then like you can suck in your stomach and it looks flat, and your butt looks big, and your boobs look big. My favorite thing. One, highly recommend, girls, I know we all know this, but to pull your butt so that you don't have any of your butt like under your legs, and take them like this. I've also done some from the front, so I can do my little like arm tricks kind of thing. Really just moving around and getting a lot of pictures is my #1 tip, because you're gonna find at least one good picture within those. Now next up, I would really recommend actually utilizing your pool for pictures. I love using inflatables in pictures, but also just staircases and stuff along those lines works really, really well. Now my #1 tip for staircase pictures is to actually be moving during the picture. As you can see through all of this, I constantly move when I am taking pictures, just because it's something that is super great. You don't want to be stiff and in one pose for a really long time. You want to be moving around. Also, pro tip, make sure to keep your shoulders back when you're taking pictures rather than forward. It just makes it look so much cleaner. But if you're taking pictures on stairs, what you want to be doing is actually walking backwards on the stairs while you're taking the pictures instead of forward. That way you can get the movements of you going down into the water rather than up. I also really want to stress that currently I'm obviously not wearing any makeup, but usually when I am doing pictures, I wear a light amount of makeup, like eyebrows, mascara, a little bit of like cover up and foundation, just to make me look a little more even. I would recommend doing that in your pictures. I'm not right now because I have to go get a spray tan, which I also really recommend spray tans. Love those to death. But yeah, so once you guys get your pictures, there is still one very, very, very vital step that can make or break your pictures, and that is how you edit them. I recently discovered a super pro tip on how to edit your pictures to make them look absolutely amazing. Like I showed at the beginning, here's the before and after of another picture. I'm going to go home now and sit down and actually film for you guys and tell you and show you how I edit those pictures, and it is completely free. So make sure you keep watching for that. Hey guys, so I'm filming a little editing part of this on my computer instead of my camera because I just got back from EDC Orlando and it was super fun. Expect a vlog from that coming up actually after this video. But I want to just get in here and show you guys my little tip that I was telling you about editing and how I take my pictures from going like this to this. So what I'm going to do for you guys is take a picture that I had posted a long time ago. Here's the picture as I posted it, and I'm going to apply these little editing tips that I just recently learned in order to show you how I could have improved the picture if I had known at the time, and what you guys can do in order to make your pictures the best they can be. So I'm just going to have a little screen recording up for you so that you can follow along on my phone. Got this new phone case. Don't worry, I'm still always repping the Allie Paolinetti stickers. Link in the description down below to copy your own today. But I just switched out my phone case really quick to do a little promotion on my Instagram story. So this actually has my ad name on it as well. If you want one with your ad name, whatever you want it to say on it, there's a link in the description down below for that too, with 15% off code. So check that out. But let's get right into it. So first, you're going to go into Facetune. Of course, we are on our James Charles wave right now. So I'm just going to pull up this picture I posted a while ago. This tip works really well if you're in an area that's not as like already pretty as this is. Like this is already super pretty of a background, but if you're somewhere like in my picture the other day with the green trees, as you can see here, like with the background with the slide and stuff, this tip really changed the background there. So literally use it for any of your pictures. Like it's gonna work so well. Essentially what you do is you go into Facetune, you go over to adjust, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the brightness, the contrast, and the color. Now initially what you're gonna be doing if you're just trying to change it like this is having the entire picture change in brightness or in contrast or in color. But that's not what we want to have happen. We want only the background to be changing in these things. We don't want our actual body to be affected by how we're changing the background. So what I like to do is I like to bring the brightness all the way down to -100 or whatever. And then you can take the eraser in the top right corner and you can actually just erase your body out of what's being affected by you moving these little things up and down. I just bring the brightness all the way down because it's easier for you to be able to see where exactly you're erasing on your body. See right here how I have these weird little lines. I can see the lines very clearly because it's all super dark. It does not have to be exactly perfect because when you're changing the background, like I said, you're just changing the brightness really. Like it's not changing the colors or anything that much besides like, you know, just making it look a little bit better. So if you have some of your body like still being affected by this, it's not really going to make that big of a difference. But essentially when you're done with this, you're just going to start messing around with the background. So here's what I personally like to do. I like to bring my brightness up, my contrast down, and then my color up, and then up the sharpness a little bit as well. So as you can see here, it really just makes the background look a lot more clean and like white and bluish, kind of brings like a lot of light colors in there, which we already have in this picture, but like I said in like the pictures I posted the other day with all the green in the back, it really changed it from being like that dark woodsy kind of green to like a more tropical vibes kind of green, which is really what you want to be going for in your pictures, especially bikini pictures, because it really creates that idea that you're somewhere that's really, really fun and pretty and tropical. And that is the kind of thing that you want to be getting across in these pictures, because yes, how you're posing in pictures is really important, but the thing is that your background, I honestly think, is the most important part of a picture. Like you could be just standing normally and take a picture in the most beautiful tropical like resort getaway and then do the same pose in front of like your apartment, and the picture would be two completely different things. Like the one in front of the beautiful, luscious tropical background would look so much better than the one in front of, you know, a brick wall. How pretty a picture looks, to me at least, is super dependent on the background, which is why it's one of the first things I said in this video. Find a place that looks like a very nice background. You know, you don't need to be somewhere that is absolutely gorgeous in all aspects in order to find that one little place that just looks really nice in pictures. And it's going to take some work to be able to find those places. You know, like you're not just going to be able to walk into a community pool and be like, oh yeah, this is all perfect, everywhere here is great. It's going to take a little bit of time for you to look around and be like, I think this is going to be the best background. Take some pics there and, you know, see if that is actually the best place for you to take pics, but it's so worth it in the end. And then especially with being able to edit the background like this and make it super bright and make it super pretty, I just think that this is really something that steps up your picture game so much, and I'm really happy to have shared it with you guys. So if you found this video useful, make sure to like and comment down below your Instagram @names so we can all check each other out, or even some more tips that you have for posing for bikini pictures or just taking pictures in general. With that being said, if you subscribe down below and turn on my post notifications, you will get notified whenever I post a new video every single week. Like I said, I have that brand new EDC vlog coming out. And here's a fun little tip. I got all access VIP passes to EDC Orlando. So, if you're not excited to check that out, then like you're literally crazy. It was one of the most insane experiences of my life. It literally just someone DM'd me and was like, hey, want VIP passes? And I was like, bet. And then what happened after that is just, it's amazing. So yeah, if you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and I will see you guys next time.